I am going to walk through a division problem with a 2-digit divisor. I will simply take my dividend, the big total. Let's just state that it's 379. And let's state that my divisor is 13. One strategy that I always tell my students is very beneficial is to put hats on top of each digit to represent where our quotient is going to be to keep its place value. I also tell my students that putting the steps of division out to the side is very beneficial. D standing for divide, M for multiply, S subtract, CH is for check, B bring down. Okay, knowing that I am needing 13 to go into 379, we take it one step at a time. One way we know how many times 13 will go into specific numbers is by creating our 9 lines. And so showing the multiples of 13, 26, 39, and at one point, students may need to show work out to the side to determine what the next multiple is. So doing 13 times 4, of course they would have extra paper to show all of their work. 2, carry my 1, 4, 52.
Hey Parker, how do you spell girl names?
I can erase, oops.
Hey Bob.
And do 13 times 5. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 1 plus 1, 6. So showing my facts will really be beneficial in taking the guesswork out of what comes next whenever it deals with the multiplication aspect of division. 13 times 6. 78. Thirteen times 7. 7, 14, 21. 1, carry my 2. 7 plus 2 is 9. 91. Now, not every time will you need all of your facts listed, but I tell students when in doubt, it would never hurt to show more than enough. 13 times 8, 16, 24, 4, carry your 2, 8, 9, 10, 104. And lastly, 13 times 9, 117. Now, this leaves the fun part of division just to go through my steps because I now have my facts. All right. So now I like to tell my students how many times will 13 go into 3, my first digit. It won't go at all. So I'm just going to simply place an X to propose that I cannot go into it. So now I scoot over and I think, how many times will 13 go into 37? Well, looking at my 9 lines, I see that the first multiple of 13 is 13, and then times 2 is 26, times 3 is 39. It can't go in 3 times, so I will put a 2. It can go in twice. I like to check off the D for divide and know that my next step is multiply. I always tell scholars that they multiply what's out front times the hat I just filled. Well, what is out front is my divisor, 13, times the hat I just filled is 2. Now, based on my facts, it shows me that 13 times 2 is 26. Check off multiply. Subtract. I'm subtracting only what I have gone into minus the product that I just received from the multiplication step. So I have 1 and 1 left from my subtraction step. The CH represents check. What do you check for? You want to check and ensure that your difference from your subtraction step is less than the divisor. This is so that if you do find out that you have 13 or greater, you know that up in that second hat, I could have gone another multiple. But I am correct. 11 is less than 13. So I can go on to my B. Bring down. I'm going to bring down my 9 all the way next to the difference for my subtraction problem. So to represent that this has moved, I like to move it. I tell my students now we are going to be building a new house. This is our brand new dividend that we are going into. 13 going into 119, I need to fill this hat in and start division process all over again. 13 going into 119, according to my facts, 9 times. That's the divide step. Multiply what's out front times the hat I just filled. 13 times 9. 117, according to my 9 lines. Subtract. I'm going to subtract my dividend minus the product that I received from multiplication step, and I get a 2. 2 is less than my 13, so I can check off my check step. B, I have nothing to bring down from my dividend. I do, however, have a 2 left over that I need to boot up, considering this is a remainder of 2. Now, this is my ending quotient in division. Once I am positive that all my work has paid off, I like to box up my answer to show that this is my final quotient.